guys hear me now? Sounds like I'm kind of quiet, but maybe you can hear me now? Apologize for all of the technical difficulties here. This is my first time streaming with all of this stuff. Got some tokens coming out here onto the field. Let's see. Can you hear any of the game audio? Or can you only hear me? Yeah. Oh, looks like they... It's gonna look a little weird for a second here. I'm gonna have to repost the stream. Unfortunately, I don't know how to fix it. I'm trying to figure out how to fix that for you guys. Because I'd like you to be able to have some sort of noise. Let's see. View headphones. Can't hear the in-game audio still, but maybe you can hear me a little bit better at least. Hmm. Yeah, I'm not sure. Unfortunately, I don't know where the setting is for the in-game audio, but here we've got a Ryusetchi, which looks like it's going to seal up our second game of this match. It's going 1-1, and Luigi will be assumedly going first, going into the final game of the match in the top 8 of Patreon World Championship Qualifier 25 of GOAT format Yu-Gi-Oh! Apologies again for all the scuff that's been going on. Let me see. I could turn myself a little bit more. Yep. Yeah, I apologize earlier. I accidentally ended the stream because I couldn't see my cursor at all, and I had no idea where it was, and I accidentally hit to end stream. But now it seems to be working fine. I don't know if I sound better or louder, rather, to anyone else, or if I'm too loud. Let's see. Can you guys hear the in-game sounds now? Starting off with an upstart goblin, which ideally, for the most part, you just never draw your upstart goblins. You just draw the card you would have drawn instead. But it does have the advantage that you can get it back with Addition of Faith. Oh, we got a soul exchange here from Cheshikoki for a Mobius. Nice 1-2. Ooh, okay. Retaliation with a Ring of Destruction on the Mobius. Let's do 2,400 to both players. Get rid of that Monarch. Still low. The heck? Is this better for you guys? I have it at 100%, so unfortunately I can't go up any higher. Well, in the settings that I can see anyway. Let's see. And then, I guess let's change this. Speakers. I'm curious though. I'll have to figure out another time. I'll have to. Oh. Okay, it's saying now that you should be able to hear the in-game sounds. I don't know if you actually can or not. Well, if nothing else, we know that if I have to stream ever again, in place of Scully or JDZ or anyone else, that at least I'll know a little bit more about what to do. Again, my apologies for it being so scuffed, but I guess I shouldn't talk about it anymore. Let's just talk about the game because that is what is important. I will show you guys again that there is the top 8 of this PCWQ 25 Go format. You can see this is the non-winner side over here. We've got coming up near the tail end Lucas Gustafson and Jcvd 93. Waiting on the winner's side is Alvarado, and we are right now in the game with I Love Cheshikoki and Luigi Alici. I'm guessing that's how it's pronounced. I don't know. They are free to correct me if they hear me pronounce it later. Oh, we've got a nice decree. I could turn it down a little bit. The game audio, that is. Looking like they're opting to not want to do the sinister beatdown. All right. Got 3 in hand, 1 on the field. At a disadvantage right now with Luigi having 3 cards on field and 4 in hand. Maybe more lag as we had experienced earlier. Hopefully the background sounds aren't too bad for you guys. I can't hear for myself. But there is a heater on in the background, so if you can hear it, I do apologize. I wanted to use some music for the background, but as you can see, I I am not sure how to do that properly. I couldn't find a good playlist, and yeah. So some people hate the music anyway, so for those people, oh, tributing the sinister serpent. Oh, I think we're gonna see a DMOC. Yeah. Soul exchange, summoning a DMOC, grabbing something back out of the grave. I'm going to assume with soul exchange, unless they have a scapegoat in hand. Not the greatest of value, but you know what? We're seeing Dark Magician of Chaos in Go format being used, so I will give it a plus. And now I see why they tributed the Sinister Serpent because I was unable to pay attention to the screen, and it was their own Sinister Serpent. That makes a lot of sense. Got Heavy Storm. Ooh. Okay. Getting rid of the face down meta. So, not looking like a good position for our friend Cheshikoki, but you know, if there's no chaos here, they might not have a move at all to make. So, we might still be sitting pretty. Ooh, a Snatch Steal. That one's painful. Ooh. And using Tsukiyomi to flip it face down and then face back up to get rid of the Snatch Steal and just inflict maximum damage. This is not looking good. We're going to have to see like a pot and disgraceful type scenario. Or I suppose it is Go Control. We could just see Scapegoat into some other cards. Who knows? But this Souk means even if he draws into a Monarch, it's just dead. Even with the Soul Exchange in hand. And it's looking like the bluff set meta is coming back to bite them. Because it got hit by the heavy, but they could have actually used it in this scenario. There's the Pod Greed. We might be doing something. Oh, is it gonna hit Tsukiyomi? If it hits Souk, we have a game. Possibly. I don't know what else they have, so... Okay, well, this is over. Well, maybe not, depending on this back row. But we know for sure that otherwise this Monarch can get destroyed by the Souk. And then Breaker can go in. But it could be a set Scapegoat. Alright, let's see what this is. Show me a potato salad. And it is indeed Scapegoat. Got the patented Cheshikoki tokens as always. I think that one time he used a token of Moxies, but otherwise I've always seen them with these tokens or something similar. Yeah, the one weird thing with running this sort of deck is Soul Exchange doesn't work perfectly with Metamorphosis because you can't tribute face down monsters. But I mean, you can still distribute their face up monsters for meta with Soul Exchange. So it's not like it's the worst, but I mean, it's kind of the same. I mean, if you're using brain control, you can only tribute their face-up monster essentially two, so it's kind of the same difference in that scenario. The main difference being with brain control, you gotta pay 800 life points. But you also get to be able to attack with the monster and use your battle phase. There's a lot of games that you can win out of nowhere with brain control. Especially when you're playing against warriors who very easily go down to 4,000 life points or less. And we're going to see a double tap on the tokens. Or are they going to get a little adventurous and attack the face down? Which they know is SERP. Well, the game isn't over at least. It was looking really bleak, but as this is Yu-Gi-Oh! And this is Go format, you can draw into Pot of Greed and still be in the game. And that's what we saw. Pretty much needed exactly Pot of Greed, or could have stalled for another turn with Scapegoat, but Pot of Greed into Scapegoat is a lot better. Curious. They set... Okay. Never mind. I was not paying attention to the game. I should be doing that. The unfortunate knock onto the Sinister Serpent meant that the drawn meta was dead. It's a very entertaining duel, though. That will be the end of that match. Our compatriot Luigi will be going on to the next round, which I'll show you guys again. The top 8 here. Waiting for them to finish this up. Oop. And then it will be Gia versus Luigi. Yep. And again, I said this while I was muted. I don't understand Italian, so unfortunately I don't understand what they're typing right now. But if someone that's watching does understand Italian, they are free to tell us what they're saying. I love Cheshikoki is finally admitted defeat. Very cool. Very prominent member in the Italian goat community. They hosted a pretty big tournament recently. I could probably post or look for rather the here we go. Look for the video that was posted detailing the behind the scenes of that tournament. at some point on the Goat Format Discord. Now we're just going to be waiting for... Ooh. What? Hold on, what? Did Gia drop from the tournament? Because they just got skipped. Perhaps they did? Oh yeah, Gia did say I can't finish playing and is removed from the tournament. So it looks like they are out of the top 8, and we are moving on to Lucas Gustafson versus Luigi. All right. And we'll just be waiting for them to have their duel. Yeah, there's some pretty interesting music on Dueling Book. It's funny because I heard that jingle in the Donkey Kong game or something like that I was watching a video of, and I'm like, why am I hearing Dueling Book sounds suddenly? All right. Lucas should be hosting if they haven't started already. Lucas G live streaming. Yeah, so this would be top 4 then, I believe. We are currently waiting for Luigi to enter the game, it seems like. They were given a 10-minute warning. So we will see. They've got 4 minutes left. Maybe they've already joined though, and our compatriot Lucas has not yet started the game. How's everybody doing today over in the Goat world? Hopefully you guys oh, okay, looks like they've started. Hopefully you guys have been doing well. Hopefully if you've been participating that you had some fun. And we're starting off with Luigi taking first against Lucas. think I can actually get the score proper this time. I wasn't paying much attention because I couldn't change it earlier, but I may be able to change it now. Top win. There we go. It almost looks like I know what I'm doing now. And great start. Thunder Dragon into Charity for Luigi. And top 4 of Patreon World Championship Qualifier 25 of Good Format. I had to pause there to think about discarding the other Thunder Dragons. That means probably something juicy. Oh, it didn't mute. I apologize for coughing in your ear. Luigi admiring their 3 Thunder Dragons in Graveyard. Not sure if maybe they're lagging or there's some intense brain thinking going on. I will note for you guys that besides being my 3rd ever stream and first time with this program, that I only slept about 4 hours, so it's probably isn't going to be the greatest stream of all, but you know what? Hopefully the games are good and enjoyable. So far it hasn't been bad in my opinion. Okay, looks like they were indeed lagging. Got a good old-fashioned tea set from our friend Luigi. Let's see what Lucas has in response. Perhaps they're lagging now. Yeah, I apologize, by the way, if I'm too twitchy looking at everything on the screen with my cursor, but I'll try to not move it too much. Except to show the cards. Reinforcing the army. So it appears that our friend Lucas is on Warriors. I don't know what anyone's decks are because I just started watching the tournament when I woke up and started streaming. Ooh, getting rid of a Faith right off the bat. Pretty good use of their exiled force.
Do you play Warriors, Necro?
Oh, hello.
Hi.
It did not give me an alert that you came in, so I was not aware. I don't know if anyone could hear Mr. Big Noodle. Let me know if you guys can. Because last time I tried to do a streaming test, it did not record the Discord audio, and I have no idea how that works.
Yeah, I can hear my voice on the stream.
Okay. Let me know, you guys, if he's too loud or anything. But welcome, Mr. Big Noodle. I will add you to the list of commentators. Mr. Big Noodle. Mr. Big
Interesting.
Mr. Big Name.
So he chose to use Torgeki Break to destroy a back row instead of Breaker. I guess is smart. And he discarded Nobleman because it's kind of useless against warriors.
Yep, that
At
makes
least,
sense.
at least game 1 it is.
Yeah, I mean, like, if they're on the back foot, they will sometimes set, but that's so rare and win more at that point anyway that it's not really worth it to keep it. But yeah, what was the question that you asked me? I apologize.
Do you play warriors?
I don't really play any meta decks myself, but I did make that Dark Magician Warrior deck that I played for a while. Yep, going to exiled the Dekoichi. And we drop a Ninja Grandmaster Sasuke to swing in. Get some damage. If I understand, but it does feel like a lot of these resources that would be very good for specific scenarios are being put in danger. Like if a spy was set, you don't have premature to bring back exiled anymore. But I guess you didn't know if it could have already been a spy. But
Right.
now the Sasuke is in danger as well.
I don't even play Sasuke personally. I know it's really good though, but yeah.
Yeah, specifically for scenarios like Great Keeper Spy, it's good, and also to punish putting Sork or BLS in defense mode. But I remember back in the day, I had a Chaos Warrior deck. It wasn't a good one because I also had Giant Germ in that deck, but I played Sasuke in that deck. And everyone told me it was pure garbage and I should never play Ninja Grandmaster Sasuke, even though he's a light warrior with a decent effect. And maybe for the metagame at the time that was correct, but it's good to see some form of vindication where it's actually a useful card.
It's crazy that Lucas only has 1 card right now when he like was dealing with the flips really well. You know, he knocked one, he tribed 2 of them, and yet he's still down a card advantage.
Yeah. Part of that because the mirror force.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. BLS, Chaos Sorcerer, no more cross out GK Spy. And okay. Spy going back. So there was that spy I was talking about.
Hold on. His BLS in his hand? And
It appears so.
And he didn't put it back.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Makes you wonder what that face down is.
Yeah. 2.
Yeah. Well, now at least we know that. Well, I guess if the Sork dies, they could just summon BLS. So.
Right. So that's why it's smart to summon the Sork first.
Oh, well, I guess here's the punish. Lucas.
Wow.
Calculated play. Oh, well.
And now the face down has to be, in my opinion,
yeah, this has
to be like a solemn.
Yeah.
Or a ring.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. This makes it look like he is the biggest brain person in the entire world. Oh. That's the power of BLS, folks. You just top deck it and win. You can have all the card advantage of the world, but if you can't stop a BLS, you could just lose. Wow.
That play earlier, though, by Luigi, using the Regeki break to destroy the back row, I think that was actually a much smarter play than people... Like, than people might think. I think high level players will know that that's good,
Mm-hmm.
but I think that's very easily like glossed over. You know, like me, I think just out of just pure like instinct, I would have destroyed the breaker because you know it's the monster on the field. But yeah,
Yeah, you could afford to take some life point damage versus that back row. Could be anything.
yeah, it was a solemn, which Lucas still won without the solemn, but it would have been even easier for him to win if he did have that solemn still.
You see Luigi opening up with another of the Trinity with Delinquent Duo and Pot of Greed. But we already saw just because you draw Trinity does not mean you win the game, folks.
All right. Yeah.
And we
Also
saw,
interesting.
oh, go on.
Lucas has a Sangen in his deck.
Oh yeah, most warrior decks nowadays don't do that. Could have sided into some other strategy though as well.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's full Trinity with Thunder Dragon backup and Night Assailant. I don't know. Do you even need this much advantage? You're gonna have to discard cards at the end of your turn.
Yeah, and he hit Trap Dust Shoot with the Duo too, which is a really good card to hit.
Alright. I was a little overzealous with that comment. A tea set, a humble tea set is enough. Upstart as well. We've seen that in a couple of warrior decks.
Yeah.
Okay. Exile Force to... Oh. Not what you want to see.
Yeah.
But you kind of had to go for it there in a way because he already had full Trinity. So if that was a Faith, that could have been real bad. Yeah.
What's that? Good Goblin Housekeeping? Is that the one? Whichever the one where they have 8 cards in their hand, they have to shuffle them back, and then just draw 2.
No, that is a Heavy Slump.
That's a heavy slump. They have like a similar card art, I think.
Yeah,
or at least
the Goblin is on Heavy Slump.
But yeah, Heavy Slump would have been good there.
Yeah, that would have been a very good card to have in this scenario. Activating Swords are very light. Probably not necessary, but also it means that they can keep without having to discard, which they might have a fat monster hand. Nope, another. Or rather, the first activated Trap Dust Shoot of the game. We're going to find out what kind of hand they got. Probably Sork BLS. Okay, it's not. Snatch Steel, GK Spy, Dekoichi, 2 Thunder Dragons, Sarm, and Serp. I'm not sure what Sarm is.
Either.
Deco being flipped. Oh yeah, somebody won a game. I should probably update that. Lucas won a game. So there. Got that train beat down. Do you guys watching the match, do you know what SARM could be that our friend Lucas has identified in our opponent's hand? There's another deco. Because we haven't seen much, it is possible that Lucas sided into some flip monsters here. Also could just be like a warrior lady face down.
Or Don Salug. I love setting Don Salug and them attacking into it with like a deco or something.
Yeah, you would want to set it in this scenario.
Sarm is Sakuretsu armor. They're saying in chat.
Ah, that makes sense.
But yeah, I'm guessing this either. Oh, okay.
Oh,
It's Blade
wow.
Knight.
I don't know about that, but shrug. I'm thinking about maybe tributing over for a slight damage increase. I don't know if that's worth it.
But I don't know if it's physically possible to make a comeback at this point. Is it?
It is go for it. Well, this is probably a solemn now, so probably not. But you never know. Graceful Charity into Pot of Greed into Snatch Steal. While discarding a light and drawing BLS. Could use a heavy as well.
Yeah, actually, I guess if Luigi would have solemned here and then Lucas got a heavy storm, maybe he could make a comeback. Or maybe the face down is a heavy storm.
Could be. Oh, okay. We got ourselves a Zaborg. That feeling that this is pretty much wrapped up, but we will see. Yeah, there we go. Just making their opponent do it because you never know. I actually won a game because my opponent saw that I didn't concede, so he's like, hold on, why didn't he concede the game already? So he decided not to attack with one of their monsters, and I won the game because of that. I didn't have anything real, but you never know. When it comes to an actual match, unless it's straight up 100% obvious, you gotta play it out and hope that your opponent trips up. But yeah, as I was saying earlier, I love and appreciate the game of Go format, and including the competitive level. Just I personally don't have fun playing the same deck as other people, so that's why I play things like Dark Magician Warriors instead of regular warriors. Or one of the first, a full fiver from Lucas.
With no dust shoot. Or at least he's not using it now. I guess he could potentially be waiting for Pot of Greed or something.
Yeah.
I'm guessing the card second closest to his main deck is that's face down is a knock. That's my prediction.
Okay. Interesting. Greetings, virtual goat duels.
Interesting that Luigi's using swords so early. Last game he used it really early as well.
Yep, Swords Revealing Light. One of those cards that, for a lot of people, is underappreciated, but against a deck, an aggressive deck, it can just completely halt the game and give you a lot of value. Let you build up your own board and gain a lot of advantage that way, while they're kind of just stuck with their 1-for-1 cards that are doing nothing. Warriors, they gotta start main decking Weather Report to counteract these Swords Revealing Light.
I've had it in my side deck a couple times. I don't know if it was my warrior deck. I never got to use it yet though, but that would be pretty awesome.
Alright, we've got a Tribe Infecting Virus coming down from Luigi. Has Luigi really participated in any tournaments before, do you know?
I don't know. I'm not familiar with the name, but
Yeah, I haven't seen the name before, but I haven't been able to watch a lot of tournaments recently. Oh, a spicy tech, Royal Command. Negates all flip effects. Flip monsters' effects cannot be activated. Also, their effects are negated.
yep. It's one of the rare continuous traps that you can actually chain, and the effect still works because of, how it's written. If it was just the first sentence or first half of the sentence, then you'd have to activate it before they even flip it up, I think. But because it says also their effects are negated, then you can just chain it when they flip someone, which is nice because then it puts, a spy in attack position because they flip it up and then you can attack over it. Unfortunately, here, there's the swords.
Yeah. It looks like they were afraid to attack as well, which is understandable.
Yeah, I guess you want to protect your spy because it's like it's your wall, right? So it's pretty important to get that in defense position.
Yeah, and there's swords right now, so there's still a turn where they can't attack into it. Well, it's an attack mode, so it makes sense.
A roller command is a little hit or miss, but when it hits, it's really strong because it lasts. It can last the whole game if they don't destroy it. Yeah, I've been using it myself.
Got Upstart Goblin on Luigi's side. Luigi probably having to think now, because there's not really anything good to set when Royal Command's on the field. But your MST's already gone. Even if you Heavy Storm... Oh, here we go. I guess there's... Oh.
He's really risking, the torrential here, but I guess he doesn't have it.
Yeah.
Also smart that he attacked first before doing this.
Yeah.
So he still got that 1600 damage in.
Maybe some lag here. Or maybe they're thinking very hard about what to do, if they want to hit the Royal Command or not.
I'm guessing lag, because otherwise... Oh, I guess not. He's hitting the knock. Nah.
No,
damn.
it was the Solemn.
The Solemn.
It was a good prediction, but I'm sure they would have used it by now if it was knock.
Yeah. But yeah, TK said that he would have torrentialed the tribe if he had it.
Quite possibly. Yeah, TK did point out, oh, here we go, that they already knew that they had Snatch Steal. When I was saying, why did they set the BLS? No, not the BLS. The Blade Knight set BLS, the biggest brain play in all of Yu-Gi-Oh!
Air Force?
Could
No?
be playing Sakuretsu Armor too. Imagine if Mirror Force kept its effect from the anime where it inflicts, what is it, half the attack of all the monsters to your opponent's life points, in addition to destroying all of them.
That'd be pretty crazy. You seeing this? Blazing Mirror Force?
Yeah, some of that newer tech. I know it's not like new even compared to modern, but just automatically assuming it's banishing.
Okay, so here he banished Lucas banished the Sook before Luigi even said he was going to do that. So that's interesting.
That could have been a time saver, or it could have been a leading move where you're like, oh yeah, you wanted to do this, right?
So here, if you don't have a Solemn...
That was 100% a leading move.
Mm-hmm.
Because he had nothing. He would have just lost.
Yeah, if somebody ever did that against me, I would instantly, like, want to do the opposite of what they're, leading me to do. But then they could be double, big brain playing me.
Is origin Patrick? I'm not sure what that question means. Snatch. Looks like it didn't matter, because they had the Snatch of their own. And I'm sorry, I forgot to update that Luigi had won a game. So that is the end of that match. And
Yeah, I was wondering if maybe it would have been better just to banish BLS there and not attack with it, because you're worried about Snatch, but you're also worried about Heavy Storm.
that's true.
But it's tempting to just keep it because it's so
Yeah, I mean,
powerful.
BLS is a good card, so sometimes you gotta just be like, well, there's two cards they have that can destroy me versus so many cards that BLS would destroy. So
Yeah, and MST and Breaker were already gone.
yeah, let's see here. Waiting for Lucas to report. I think. There we are. It's going to be, I'll show the bracket again here for you guys. It's going to be Jcvd versus Luigi. Kira Alici. Again, I don't know if that's actually how it's pronounced. If someone actually knows Italian, feel free to correct me on that. Or, of course, if they know them personally. And then waiting in the winner's side is Alvarado. And I will copy and throw that. See here. I can't do it. Oh well. Alright. Fair enough. I can't post with the goat account in the comments right now. Not comments. I guess it's comments. I don't know. The chat. Live chat. Just waiting on Luigi to enter the game. Alright, looks like they have started. And Jcvd will be going first. Didn't Jcvd top or win something just recently?
They've been at the top of like every tournament recently. It seems to me, at least every time there's a top 8, I keep seeing Jcvd.
I'm gonna tell some truth here that will be revealing of my ability. In Jcvd, the first time I saw them was when they submitted a deck list for the Go Format Academy League on the Go Format Europe Discord. And I saw their deck and I'm like, I don't know about this deck, man, but alright. And then turns out, hey, that deck destroyed everybody. So you know what? 100% props to Jcvd for recognizing something that I did not. Not that I'm a good player again, but... Ooh. So we had 2 pieces of Trinity from Jcvd to start, but the almighty Upstart Goblin from Luigi. And I will remind all players that when you activate Upstart Goblin, you are the guy groveling at his feet. And welcome our friend Lucas Gustafson, it appears, to the commentary.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
I only have room for 2 names, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't mind. So this is the losers finals. Am I right?
I believe so. Yeah, losers finals.
So top 3 playing for top 2.
Yeah, and the let me put in losers finals.
So Jcvd is playing as usual Ghost Control.
Looks like it.
Yeah, nice.
Does he...
I love that deck.
Yeah, JCVD known for their Go Control.
Yeah, he's pretty much the only person who's performing with it, and he keeps doing so consistently. So it's very cool to see.
And usually, curious to put it in attack mode. I guess they're probably going to summon something.
Oh.
Using a rule in Go format that players may not know, which is when two 0-attack monsters battle each other, they are both destroyed. It's real.
Yeah, I haven't played enough with creature swap to realize that. That's good to know. Learn something.
Yeah, I believe in current Yu-Gi-Oh! That is not the case, but during Go format, it indeed was the case.
Yep, I think you're right. Wow.
JCVD playing 3 cards that gave them a 2-for-1, so the advantage is building up here. But I mean, Luigi... Oh, well, that doesn't help very much, unless that's a charity in their hand.
BLS would be good as well.
That's true.
Nope. Yeah, so the Koichi is gonna flip, and then potentially another flip monster. Maybe Faith. Merchant, okay.
Yeah, Merchant was not used for like the past year up until like this month, and it seems JCVD is using it and seems to be working out pretty well.
Yeah, it's only him. The card has fallen out of favor. I think partially due to the popularity of Thunder Dragon.
Yeah, because
you usually don't want to use those together.
Oh, and here we see the D-Mock.
Yeah, this deck is so cool. It's so cool.
Let's pull the greed. Do you pot of greed there, or do you go full greed and use your duo in this scenario?
Duo? Nah. 2 out of 3 times you're gonna hit double Thunder, right? So
Yeah.
I like the pot of greed. Could argue the duo makes top deck graceful worse, but so you could even argue that's a safer line. But you know, pot of greed, aptly named the greedy play. I like it.
Yeah. I remember I lost a duel, and again missed out on top 8. I got 9th place because I grabbed Pot of Greed instead of a Heavy Storm.
Yeah, I've been there.
So this is interesting that he summoned Thousand Eyes in defense position.
I think it's just strictly better in case of skill drain. I don't think there's a reason actually, it's just a habit. Also better in case of Mirror Force, but that's not gonna be relevant, of course. So I would think he's gonna Tribute Summon or Tsukiyomi. Tsukiyomi would be lethal. So would pretty much any Tribute monster. Yeah, there we go.
There we are.
Love watching Control B Turbo.
Go Control, man. It's definitely fallen a lot out of favor, but the deck can still win, as we've been seeing, especially with JCVD.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's just about updating the deck to the current meta. Can't just play the same Detox Goats that was popular 15 years ago. And Jcvd has done just that, but then again, updating the deck alone is perhaps not enough. You also have to play very well and play that deck specifically very well, and well, that's exactly what Jcvd does.
Yeah, so he won the last premium tournament last week, right?
Yep.
October 1st.
Exactly.
So yeah, he doesn't play Chaos Sorcerer,
Correct.
which is probably one of the big improvements I guess, like, because yeah, your hand isn't clogged up as much, you don't have as many bricks, especially since you have DMOC, you really don't want any extra bricks in there.
Yeah. Now, how many sorcerers does it take before Go Control becomes Cast Control again? Because I remember some people said 1, some people said 2.
If I had to choose, like no sorcerer is goat control, 2 sorcerer is case control, and the question becomes, what if it's 1 sorcerer? And people will have different opinions. If I had to pick, I would say it's chaos, but I think you could call it a hybrid, depending on how the deck is built.
In my opinion, there's no such thing as chaos control. It's just all goat control, in my opinion. It's a minority opinion, but
yeah,
that's
controversial.
That's I think it's just like almost like meaningless subcategory of goat control. It's just like it's all goat control, in my opinion. If you have 2 scapegoat and at least 2 metamorphosis, it's goat control, in my opinion.
Oh,
it's
see,
definitely
mind
a
control.
goat deck for sure.
See if this is the
so
same
mind
game.
control early game, which is usually kind of scary because it could be a Sangam or
Wow,
something.
that's insane.
But it was
actually
Faith.
Sorry to interrupt. I just remembered. The big factor between whether 1 sorcerer is chaos control or goat control traditionally is whether or not the deck runs Thunder Dragon.
Well, I was gonna say there's Thunder Dragon Chaos Control, which, yeah, it runs the Thunder Dragons.
Yeah. And if there are other light attributes instead of the Thunder Dragons, then and there's 1 or fewer chaos sorcerers, then I think most will call it goat control. And if you play multiple chaos sorcerers alongside another light attribute, then I guess that would be like Angel Chaos, but most decks are barely seen at all anymore.
Yeah, we saw in the Goat Community Italia tournament that there was a Chaos Recruiter deck that topped. Let me see here.
This is very risky because Jcvd plays Jar of Greed, and of course Scapegoat.
Wow.
Yeah, they got.
But
top
he also
8.
plays cards like Judgment. Is that what they were trying to hit? I don't quite understand why you would MST.
Well, they just want to target for Faith, I think,
Oh, yeah,
grab
you're
mind
right.
control.
Good point.
Yeah.
Good point.
Because they don't want to grab the mind control and potentially get nothing.
For sure. Mr. Big Noodle with the big brain plays. Didn't you say you were not a good player?
That was me that said that.
Oh, okay. That's
That
You
I'm
said
not
I'm not
a good player.
good player,
That
Necro?
I'm not a good player.
You're starting beef already.
But this is the deck list that I was talking about a second ago, but I'll go back to the game.
No, that's fine. Not much is happening. You said recruiters?
Yeah, Chaos Recruiter top 8. 2 Tomato, 2 Shining Angel, and had a Zalborg. Doesn't have some of the recorded targets you might expect to see, but apparently
Sang and Warrior Lady? I would assume.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean that's all you need.
Wait, did they even actually have Warrior Lady? Yes, they did. Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna
So
say that would have
JCVD.
been weird.
Whoa, this is gonna be creature swap again. Wow. I mean these swaps are brutal.
Yeah.
Let's see what it is. Because even if it's something weak, like Serpent Sangan, yeah, exactly. They can still go DMOC here if they have it.
That's true.
And that would be able to get pot.
That's
Okay, nope. Just gonna crash a goat.
the power
And-
of D.
Jcvd didn't have to crash a goat here, but chose to free up monster zones. Which is a play you should always keep in mind.
Yeah, it's true.
And and I probably wouldn't. Like, I haven't played much with creature swap. I probably wouldn't even have seen that line. That just goes to show how Jcvd is so far ahead of the field.
Yeah, again, that's something a lot of players that are new to Go format don't know too. Again, that ruling of 0 attack monsters crash with each other. So,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, you have to know a bit about the format to even think of that play.
For sure. So the set monster Jcvd controls is the Sangan, owned by Luigi. Jcvd did not appear to have a profitable normal summon last turn.
Yeah, again,
And
probably nothing worth taking up your last slot for.
perhaps. Although I would think you would set Merchant, Dekoichi, those kind of cards there. Not sure exactly. I guess Jcvd is not bothering with Dekoichi in the deck, but Merchant of Faith definitely.
Yeah.
So I guess Meta would be an option. Flip Sangan. Interesting. Just gonna start pressuring the sets with Sang. No, here comes the creature swap again. Wow. These swaps are brutal.
But is he gonna give him the Sangan so he can then summon Demok and then banish the Sangan? No.
That would be a nice play, but yeah, switching the token
Yeah.
reveals their intentions. Oh, this is nice, because Jean-Claude, he runs Spy himself, right?
Probably,
If I'm not
yeah,
mistaken.
yeah.
Not in the
Yeah,
last
so-
list.
Not? He doesn't?
Not in the list from last
Okay.
week.
Well then probably not.
Interesting.
My bad.
I remember
My
they, when I first saw the first list that they're running that I can remember, they had spies and they had one GK guard as
Yeah,
well.
2 Spy, 1 Guard. That's what I thought he was
Yeah.
running. But I guess he has moved away from the Gravekeeper package, perhaps.
Showing the world that spy is not necessarily the only way to go. Just like, I don't remember who it was, unfortunately, but there was someone who won a tournament last year with warriors that had no solemn. And they were like, yeah,
Oh yeah.
you don't have to play solemn in your deck, guys.
Who could that have been? I think I remember that.
Yeah, I don't remember
Was
who
that
it was,
SDL?
unfortunately.
SDL kill?
I don't think so, but it's possible.
Or was it like Alethea? I don't remember.
If anyone remembers, feel free to let us know.
Gotta do some research.
Nothing from Luigi's side.
Yeah, it's a big hand and just one back row.
Yeah, not
Luigi.
even anything to set.
So I guess you'd be worried. Yeah, you'd be worried of Torrential. You know, if Luigi's not gonna set a monster. Or was he able to set a monster last turn, or was that the same turn with the creature swap? It's hard to tell. The turns are kind of slow.
I don't know.
What's the question? Sorry, I looked at checklists.
Was Luigi able to summon a monster last turn, or
Yeah, I think that's the one that got creature swapped, right? The set monster, the spy.
right from the turn before that?
Has there been an entire turn cycle since then?
Yeah, because there's another.
Yeah, so it was
Swap.
Torrential. Okay, that's
Wow,
what I was
nice.
thinking.
Makes
That's
sense.
what that was
Good
all
call.
about.
Good call. Big noodle. Should change your name. Big brain.
And if. Yeah, yep. Here we go. Sangan searching. I'm still very happy, by the way, that when I dueled Scully that one time that I got to win the duel with Sandwich that was fusion summoned.
Whoa, that's cool. How did that happen?
We were playing jank decks, and my deck was about fusion summoning. So I just summoned Sandwich, and
Nice.
I used what's the name of it? The Hex Seal Fusion Dark with Sangan.
Oh, wow, that's nice.
Oh,
Because Sangan makes sense in those decks, right?
getting double chaos coming down.
Oh wait, is there a ring? If there's a ring,
Yeah.
6 game. You would think so, right? Because otherwise you usually wouldn't go for this.
Well, it's possible JCVD's got a book
Book
too,
of
though.
Moon. He does play
Yeah, but
one book in the
it's hard to time the book. Because if you
the
set
list.
it and end phase ring
Right.
is flipped, you lose. And if you hold it and they take their turn
And I
and then ring, you also
Yeah.
lose. So often what you're gonna do in a spot like this is go for something that forces out the ring. Say tribe, snatch, and then you respond with the book. But that's such a bad exchange for you that almost always the player who ends up doing that loses anyway.
Yeah.
But in this case, Jean-Claude has a lot of cards, so maybe he can engineer something where the game is still playable. Yeah, Exile
Okay, here we
Force
go.
onto the BLS, chain the ring, chain the book, and Exile Force still kills the BLS, which is great. That's a big difference between cards like Snatch, Tribe, Sorcerer.
Asking for Prio there, like there was something else he was gonna do with his Exile Force.
Beautiful. Chain,
Yeah,
ring,
here we
book.
go.
No, no book. Oh,
darn.
no. 1-1. Exciting.
Gotta make him do the play though.
But yeah, I was gonna say as well that summoning tribe to trigger your own torrential, it's you know, you don't really want to do that because you want to keep your tribe against a scapegoat player, you know, to destroy
Sure.
their scapegoats. But when you have that big of a follow-up, it's worth it, right?
Yeah, and also the scapegoat couldn't be like there was no backer, right?
Right.
So yeah, he was guaranteed lethal, except for, of course, the book that might have saved Jean-Claude if Jean-Claude could engineer such a scenario. So yeah, I agree completely. Tribe, not usually something you want to throw away like that, but
So
of course.
now, I wonder if JCVD is gonna put in the royal decrees.
Oh, interesting. Uh, but we didn't see any Jar of Greeds, and I don't think we have seen Jar of Greeds from Luigi yet. Not sure how many traps he runs, to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, I just played him, but I can't remember anything outside of the ordinary double discard trap, mirror force, ring, torrential.
Got a trap dust shoot start for JCVD. We're on. This is the top three losers finals of Patreon World Championship Qualifier 25 for Go format. And our friend Alvarado is waiting in. Sorry, the dog barking in the background.
Yeah, Alvarado waiting in the grand finals. Jcvd resolved Dust Shoot, sent back Sinister Serpent, left Luigi with Tribe Infecting Virus, Pot of Greed, Gravekeeper Spy, Chaos Sorcerer, and Book of Moon. Luigi plays the pot and sets a T set, a monster and a spell trap, forming a T, as in the letter. Often going to set Spy, and you wouldn't normally want to set a book behind the Spy, so maybe they drew something else with the pot, perhaps a ring. Also, setting monsters against this deck is scary, because often Jcvd is gonna creature swap. And in those scenarios, Luigi needs a Raigeki break, right? So maybe that's what they set. Then again, no obvious discard fodder that we know of. So, tricky spot for Luigi. Obviously, that's also one of the strengths of Jean-Claude's deck, that it's very tricky to play against something that you haven't played against before. Whereas in the Turbo Mirrors and the Warrior matchups, most of these players who play tournaments were fairly accustomed and comfortable and know what to do because you get the pattern recognition after playing a bunch of times. But against this deck, no one knows what to do. And if you're playing some standard and you play Jcvd, he knows what to do, and you don't. And that puts him at a advantage. And that's one of the advantages of playing something different.
Yeah, and in Goat Control, the thing is, you could run so many different cards. So they can always kind of guess what maybe they're going to see, but they don't 100% know. Like, if you're attacking or trying to take something, thinking it's Faith, it could just be a Merchant or something else, which wouldn't be bad, of course, but you never 100% know.
Yeah, and sometimes you might not realize what you're playing against until it's too late. Some of Jcvd's openers could look like a standard deck, such as Case Control, perhaps.
Yeah. Oh, another Merchant.
Man, love the merchants.
These merchant mills haven't been the kindest.
Well, did mill a dark, I guess, in the Tsukiyomi. So
Yeah, that's true.
that's one thing.
Got rid
But
of
overall,
the
yeah,
Morphin
no.
Jar and Faith and a Warrior Lady.
Morphing Jar might have been a good draw here, to be honest. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. Could argue that milling monsters is profitable because it makes your premature burial better, but not many of these monsters are often going to be good targets for premature burial. Outside
Yeah.
of maybe the Warrior Lady.
Yeah, in this deck
Faith?
at least, you can bring back, once it's in the grave, you can bring back your Demog, which is huge.
Yeah, that's the big power play there. There's the Jar of Greed. So what cards do
Jcvd
we know?
also plays Abyss Soldier in the deck he played last week.
Right.
So you could mill the Serpent for the Abyss Soldier.
Yeah, we haven't seen Abyss Soldier yet, but then again, they usually only ran like one, so...
Yeah.
And I think that's partially because you just want one, because every now and then it's gonna end up in the graveyard, and it's a good target to have there for premature every now and then.
Yeah, it's true.
Whereas it's not the card that you really want to draw all that often, or even every game. It's just every once in a while it's gonna end up in the graveyard, maybe for a merchant, and good to have. BLS.
Here's Billy.
Oh, I haven't heard that. Billy. That's a genius name. Billy, yes. Yep.
The third spy.
Yeah, not what the Jcvd was looking to hit there.
Yeah.
Of course, hard to know. Had to answer the set, could have been a Faith. That would have been disastrous with the Pot of Greed in the graveyard.
Yep.
So now this game is gonna revolve around this BLS. Can Jcvd protect it? Can Luigi snatch it, perhaps?
Well, they have a tribe, right? Virus? Tribe infecting virus, so...
Oh, right, we know the hand. Good point. Tribe, Sorcerer, Book, Thunder Dragons. So we could go for the Tribe. We could also tribute summon Thunder Dragon and then Sorcerer.
Mm-hmm. That's probably a better play.
I'm not
Maybe.
sure.
You kind of
Because
want
the
to...
thing is, with the Tribe, you beat the Book. Because if a Book, you can attack into it and then Tribe again. Whereas with the Sorcerer, well, I guess it's kind of the same, because you can attack into it, summon the Tribe. I'm not sure which is better, yeah.
Only thing that kind of sucks about this is that, you know, Jcvd can deal with the tribe and then use Scapegoat later and not be worried.
True, true. Getting rid of the Tribe is very relevant to these decks. Luigi playing around Mirror Force here. And we know that Jcvd has Snatch and Metamorphosis, so we actually have quite a lot of information as spectators.
That's true.
Cards the players have to work with. And the players as well, working with a lot of information, which often creates game states where the more skilled player perhaps could outplay the other opponent.
There's not a lot of things that people actually play that would have punished the way that Luigi attacked. Because I don't think most people play things with more than 1,000 defense other than 2,000 defense.
Yeah,
So-
that's a very good point. The gold standard is, of course, to run over cards like Decoy and Mimic, which are at 1,000 defense, like I said.
Yeah, and Sangan.
We don't think Jcvd is running these, but that's even more reason to attack with the smaller monster first.
And like if it obviously it wasn't DD Warrior Lady, but if it was, you wouldn't have wanted it to hit your tribe. So
That's a very good point. But keep in mind when playing against a deck that could play Warrior Lady, which is pretty much every deck could. I guess
Yeah.
Turbo usually doesn't, but
yeah, I
still
mean
can.
even Earth Aggro can play Warrior Lady.
Yeah, any deck with reinforcements of the army, it's hard to argue against the Warrior Lady. There's a duo. I think Jcvd might be pulling ahead this turn. We know that there's Snatch meta. You could at least snatch the Spy and Crash. Oh,
Ooh,
Snipes the
sword.
Sorcerer. So the last cards are Thunder Dragon and
The book is probably face down.
the book is probably... Yeah, good point. So the Snatch or Jcvd has to wait until the book is dealt with elsewhere. I
Like-
guess could Snatch just to bait out the book, then Nobleman, but that's a lot of resources. Goes for the meta. Oh, that's
Ooh.
insane. That's so good here.
Fusilier.
That's a Dragoon. That can't get booked.
Now,
That's
here's
gonna
a
kill a
question
spy.
for you, Mr. Big Noodle. Do you call it Dragoon or Dragun?
I don't know. I've never said it out loud before.
Because
I think Dragoon, I guess.
a Dragoon, well, depends. Technically, a Dragoon is like a name for like a troop that rides a horse. But Dragoon usually means something that's anti-dragon. So it feels to me, personally, Dragun fits better. But who knows?
Yeah.
So what would a
So-
Dragon be then?
A a dragon.
Sure.
Wouldn't that be Barrel Dragon, I guess? It's kind of a blowback
Yeah,
dragon.
that's true. That's a dragon.
Now, I'm a little confused. Like, Luigi said that JCVD has Snatch and Meta? How
Yep.
did
Merchants.
he... Oh, the merchants, right. Okay. But we don't know if Luigi has a Snatch.
No, we know that Luigi has a
A
book,
book.
and a Thunder Dragon.
Okay.
No Thunder Dragon. My bad. Fake news. Thunder Dragons are gone.
First for Charity to mix things up a bit.
Man, I love his deck. It's so cool.
We'll just, for the sake of my friend Lucas, I will call him King D. He's a card you don't see very often, but it can be a real menace because you can't snatch steal it, you can't book it, you can't ring it.
Can't Sorcerer, can't Break.
Yeah, Tribe is in the graveyard. So you can't use Tribe.
So at that point, what is there? Torrential? Mirror Force?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Tribe is one of the rare cards that actually deals with it, right? And it's in the grave.
yeah, and,
True.
That's
and DD
really
Warrior
bad.
Lady if the people even run it in their deck.
True, Warrior Lady, but I don't think Luigi plays Warrior Lady, as I have played a match with him just now.
Yeah, I don't think we've seen it.
And often turbo decks don't run it. That's the most common. So wouldn't expect to see that.
He's locking himself.
Why do you scapegoat here?
Yeah, very curious.
Or
that-
the
okay.
creature swap. Of course. Let's see what the set is. It's the Faith, the
He wasn't
Koichi.
able to
Still a
put the
good
token
hit.
into attack position because he just summoned him. But oh well.
And now Jcvd is gonna be able to apply some real pressure with the Decoy and the Dragoon.
Yeah, Luigi can destroy the dragon with BLS. He needs like
That's about it.
heavy
BLS.
storm.
Yeah, Storm would be good, but I don't know. What does Luigi have set? The spell trap. Is it the Raigeki break? Is it the ring?
Luigi has a book set.
Oh yeah, of course. Sorry.
So he'd be wasting his book with, using heavy storm, but you just gotta have to do it.
Yeah, but if
If
you're
you
gonna
have-
storm, you need to have a follow up. So I
Yeah.
guess that would have to wait for the BLS one to show up. Because other than that, there isn't any follow up that
Yeah,
feels
there's not really
good.
anything to take care of this King D.
Yeah, of course, my bad. King D. Wow. Hit the snatch. Snatch, of course, not looking too impressive with the book set. Okay, nobleman. But this doesn't really deal with the big issue for Luigi. Which is that King D.
Yeah, no Dekoichi from Jcvd.
Yeah, gonna be fun to see the deck if he made any changes since last week. This video plays a lot on Dueling Book.
TK says that, I don't know how to pronounce it, but the Fusilier dragon is dragon.
Oh yeah, because it has guns and it's a dragon. Sure.
It's funny, it's a dual mode beast, looks
Yep.
like a dragon,
Yep.
but it's a machine.
Yep. Okay, Jcvd chooses not to attack the set monster. Oh, Call of the Haunted? Is there an extra force or? Oh, BLS! Wow, that's insane.
Could have done that and tried to
Although
get in the damage, but it was
now
face.
he has a way of, he could snatch the BLS
Yeah, did make
And
then
then
sense.
have a book as backup.
and then
Yeah, that
attack
would be
over the
insane.
dragon.
But I mean, what is the likelihood that we're gonna top deck the snatch into your BLS? Am I right?
Just like top deck BLS while you have a ring face down for game.
Yeah, sure, that happened too.
So now he can't use snatch if he draws it.
True,
So it might have been good to not use book there.
but now could use Nobleman, I guess. Oh, maybe they have Torrential. No.
Torrential or mirror
Do you
force.
flip it here? I think you just attack with 24 and pass. I think you play around
Yeah.
Torrential Mirror Force. Yeah, I like this from
And
Jcvd.
no matter what spell or traps Luigi had, it's very good to set them here. So, JCV doesn't flip over BLS.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Good play, good play. Oh, but now you might have to flip the BLS. I think you should now. And then Torrential could,
Yeah.
and Mirror Force could be good. Maybe you flip the BLS, banish, and if it goes through,
I believe
I
we
mean-
saw that JCVD play Solemn, right?
yeah, there is the Torrential. Yeah, no, this is not what the Jcvd wanted to happen, but obviously Jcvd is still in a dominant position. But oh, is he considering whether to Judgment? I mean, I think you should Judgment here.
I mean, yeah, unless you got a way to win already.
Yeah, it has the Prima.
yeah.
I was gonna say, but
Would be nice if you could bring back King D, but no, he cannot.
so Judgment behind this? No. Okay. Cool. Nice.
That will be the match.
And that means Jcvd, who won last week, now is in the final against Anthony Alvarado, a legend of the game, against the incredibly talented player, Jean-Claude.
Indeed. Let's get out of there. Very, very interesting stuff. We got Goat Control in the finals.
And do we know what Anthony's playing?
I didn't get to watch that game before I woke up. They finished right as I was getting ready.
Ah, it's bad. But when we get the surprise? I could see Alvarado hosting. Jcvd might want a short break. They can take a couple of minutes, of course. Use the restroom, grab a glass of water, stretch their legs.
Yeah, we're still waiting, I think, for the loss to be reported as well, so...
Yeah, of course, the formalities.
Yeah, it's been very interesting, and who knows... Oop, that's not the right one. Alvarado here, we're going to see Jcvd's name right below it. This is double elimination, so Jcvd would have to win 2 matches to win it all. Alvarado only has to win 1. And I'm very interested to see whether or not whoever wins, rather, would be. I bet this is going to be a great match, or matches.
For sure, and it's worth mentioning that the World Championship is happening soon. I believe both these players are invited already, but I'm not sure how many invites they have. Because if you do manage to collect 3 invites, then you will have a significant advantage at the World Championship.
I believe there's a list on the Go Format website, but I haven't checked it out myself. And I don't.
Take a look here.
Not 100% sure if it also says how many they have.
It does.
Okay.
It does. Yeah, so Alvarado is playing for his 3rd invite now. And that's a big deal. So this is very important for Anthony. Whereas Jean-Claude only has the 1. But of course, if he manages to win this one, then only 1 left. And, well, if he wins 1 invite a week, he's right on track.
We are in, and it looks like Alvarado is going first. Opening with Delinquent Duo, just what you want to see in the finals.
Oh, actually, my bad. I don't think Jcvd's invite from last week has been updated yet on the sheet.
Yeah, I know that it's not 100% updated.
So that means both these players are playing for the 3rd invite.
Nice.
So this has huge implications for both these players. Yeah, this is an incredibly exciting match. Alvarado going first with Duo, obviously heavily favored here. Maybe this breaker can catch up. Often gonna hit the jar though. It's a 50-50.
Breaker,
Wind
we
blast.
got a wind blast. I mean, it's not the greatest thing to put back on top, but it's not the worst, I guess.
I would guess Alvarado's other set would be a jar.
Probably.
And at that point, you can definitely maneuver around the breaker. Oh, main deck swords. Interesting. I must say, well, this looks great for Anthony.
Telling you guys. Main deck weather report.
No. Side deck. He doesn't have the worst stats.
I think
Are
it
you
is like
actually gonna
1200
make me
defense.
Google the card?
I think it's 800, 1200.
That sounds familiar. I googled weather report.
1500. Yeah,
I
1500
Googled-
defense is actually pretty decent. 1500.
Oh, you made me Google weather report, and I did not find
Yeah,
Yu-Gi-Oh
it was
cards.
the jar. Oh, and he probably found the band or the JoJo character.
Twice. Wait, that's insane.
Yeah, it's actually pretty good.
Yeah, it's just nobody plays. Not nobody, but hardly anyone
It's
plays swords, and also you have to have it when they have swords.
I think Weatherport is a good side deck card if you're playing a water deck.
Well, I mean, if you're playing
It's
Mother
searchable.
Grizzly and Tsukiyomi,
Yeah.
you know, crash the Grizzly. Wait, you can't do that into Weather Report though, because the swords is face up, so you can't crash the Grizzly. Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
you'd have
I'm out
to
of ideas.
you'd have to
It's
preempt it.
Or wait for them to attack your Grizzly.
you could always use Book of Tayu.
That too.
Or
Yeah, Mother
50.
Grizzly, Book of Tayu, Tsukiyomi, anti swords revealing light deck.
Yeah, maybe that's the deck that we should play to beat this Ghost Control list from Jcvd. And
I think Burn is the deck that beats Go Control.
nah, definitely Weather Report Turbo.
You're right. But if
No, but
Realistically,
seriously,
though.
yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right.
JCVD usually has the decrees, but even then, you got the big old panda to punish all of their cards. So
Scapegoats, not big fans of the panda.
no. So Charity discarding a DD Warrior Lady and a Book of Moon. Ooh.
Oh, so, huh? Yeah, it's just the turbo deck is so solid. Once it gets ahead, it's so hard to catch up.
Ooh, premature.
Yeah, but I don't really understand that. Is it to get Merchant and Tsukiyomi?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, probably.
Well, so yeah, TK saying that Discord thinks that Weather Report is a inappropriate image. Just like I tried to post an announcement on Easter of Blade Rabbit, but it said it was inappropriate, so it wouldn't let me post it.
That's interesting. You would think the Weather Report guy is fairly innocent.
Yeah, it's his big dumpling butt.
Yeah, I was gonna say. The Dumpy Bow. Yeah, no. It's a bit much.
I know the reason. I think I know the reason why not Blade Rabbit, but I will not mention it so that this video can possibly remain monetized.
unfortunately for JCVD, he grabbed a Sinister Serpent. With
Yeah,
those
this
eyes.
is just. This is coffins. You know, when you're this far behind, you kind of have to hope your opponent messes up. But you're playing Anthony. Anthony Alvarado. He doesn't mess up. He's one of the absolute best players in the game right now.
Thousand Eyes helps you make a good comeback though, because
You
you're
get
able to
those
draw a
extra
lot of
turns,
cards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't have a light in the grave yet on Alvarado's side.
Yeah, Anthony waiting for the Thunder Dragon.
Neither one of them able to make a move quite yet.
Yeah, I mean JCVD has to wait and try to assemble a few cards. Whereas Alvarado also not that unhappy waiting. Doesn't have to overextend. There's no pressure to do so. Can wait until it suits him. One big deal here for Alvarado is that even if JCVD were to go for a play including Tribe Infected Virus, then he would also pop his own monsters. Okay,
There's the
so
soup.
Tsukiyomi. JCVD can now make progress.
So
Alvarado
Alvarado's pretending that he has Torrential.
I mean,
Would you use
there
Torrential
are-
here if you had it?
No, But maybe Rageki Break. Probably not.
Or yeah, wind blast.
Yeah, sorry, yeah.
But
If that's a
you
disco
wanna,
trap of choice.
yeah.
I think you can wait a turn.
Alvarado
Wait, so
could
you
be
can-
one of the prescribers to the Wing Blast and Raigeki Break main deck.
The 1-1 split.
There are some people like that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I have been looking that direction myself, but of course haven't had the confidence to actually pull it off yet. Yeah, so Anthony let the Tsukiyomi resolve because he had tribe. Now the tribe is exposed, maybe that's just fine by Anthony, or maybe he's looking to protect it from the Tsukiyomi. We'll see.
We did have a discussion that's still technically ongoing. The Go From Out Europe Discord in the forum section, where people were asking whether or not Raigeki Break or Phoenix Wing Wind Blast were better, and there was a lot of split.
That's the classic discussion that happens. That divides Goat format players all around the world. Raigeki Break or Wind Blast. Always happy to hear people and what they think on the topic.
And I think, oh, here we go, Breaker,
Oh.
and there's a Trenchio.
Yeah, that's Alvarado just slowly trading down cards, and eventually Jean-Claude is not gonna have any left. Is the hope for Alvarado, and Jean-Claude just trying to stem the bleeding. So let's see if Anthony can make any progress here. Setting a monster would be nice. Yeah. If that's a faith, then maybe Mind Control could be a potential card that Jean-Claude could use to come back. Often when you're this far ahead with the turbo deck, you will be hesitant to set your faith just because of the possibility of Mind Control. Catching your opponent right back up.
Oh, this is still game 1, right?
I believe so. Yep.
So it's probably a knock. They probably only have knocks in the main.
Wow, there's the Thunder Dragon.
Yeah, this is a dangerous situation now for JCVD.
So if the set card for Alvarado is the Serpent, then Thunder Dragon could distribute summon here. And apply pressure without extending any valuable resources for Alvarado.
Look at this full grip that Alvarado has.
8 cards.
That's turbo.
JCVD will have 8 cards too if he flips over Scapegoat.
Very true.
Yeah.
Math checks out. Okay, Sorcerer comes down. There's no Torrential.
Yeah.
Well, it's in the graveyard, yeah.
And but Anthony has used the ring, so this isn't threatening lethal on its own. Just yet. Yeah, here you go.
Yeah, you probably want to do it now instead of waiting so you can't get taken out by a ring suddenly.
Well, the ring is gone, so that's not an issue.
Well,
But yeah,
I guess it makes your own... Oh, they both used ring. Never mind.
yeah, sorry. This makes your Metamorphosis stronger. So Alvarado didn't flip the set monster, and also didn't tribute summon a Thunder Dragon, which makes me think that the set could be a Night Assailant. Or even a Faith, that's also very possible. As since the Faith didn't have too appealing
Well,
of a target.
isn't it Serpent?
No, but then you tribute summon Thunder Dragon, no?
Could.
So I think it's Knight
I think it's Serpent.
Okay, we'll see. Oh, Spy.
Really?
It's always Spy. Always Spy.
Didn't want to expose the Spy to Mirror Force.
The Spy's a good wall.
No targets?
Nope.
Oh yeah, they're
Let's
both
see
in the
if
grave.
let's see if Anthony has another Chaos monster. Or maybe just Tsukiyomi. It's a safer option. Summon Tsukiyomi, switch to Spy, attack into the tribe. There's a Mirror Force, Diagonal that out of the way. Oh. So, is that the Faith? The tribe is gonna get to pop the Spy now with the Serpent. Okay, let's see. Serpent.
There's
Right.
the Serp.
Yeah, I mean, Jean-Claude, still alive. Let's see if I
Jean-Claude
can
was
hit a
saving
non-Thunder
the
Dragon.
duo. I wonder how long Jcvd has been holding that duo.
Yeah, that could have been a while. Just
And
waiting for
then
the
they-
Serpent.
still just hits the Thunder Dragons though, unfortunately.
Unfortunate. Yeah.
But
I feel every player is rooting for the Goat's control deck against the Turbo deck. You would have to think.
recently I've been thinking that hitting 2 Thunder Dragons isn't as bad as it might feel. You know, you're still getting rid of 2 cards. You know, so if they draw Graceful Charity, they can't get the plus.
For sure.
It's not that bad to hit 2 Thunder Dragons, but
You would obviously rather hit almost anything else. But, of course, the Thunder Dragons are still a resource. And getting rid of that is not irrelevant, for sure.
Yeah. It's like targeting the
The
warrior lady.
I don't understand that.
Curious. Oh, got rid of the treacher, I guess.
It's very odd to me.
Ooh.
Maybe Jcvd has sided into Jinzo. I wanted to tribute some. I don't know.
You never know.
isn't this still the first game?
Oh yeah, my bad.
They main deck
Wow, it's
sided
still
into
the first
Jinzo.
game.
I'm guessing.
Wow.
I think
Main-
that just ties this out in a knot, in a pretty little bow.
Main deck back to square one. That's pretty cool.
Put that card on screen. Not everyone plays this, but it's not the worst card in the world. Discard 1 card, target 1 monster, place on top of the target's deck, or on top of their deck. Not bad. Help you set the opponent back to hit face downs. Unlike Dark Core, which banishes a face-up monster. Another option is Tribute to the Doomed, which destroys the monster.
One good thing about back to square one as well is that if JCVD puts in Decree, it'll be a good card still compared to Wind Blast, which would be negated.
This is
Wow.
just... This is ridiculous.
Yeah, this is disgusting. Doesn't allow Jcvd to find any new cards. Triple Wing Blast and back to square one has been used this duel.
3 wind blasts. 1 back to square one. So I think we can assume that which side they're on Raigeki break versus wind blast, that they're very, very pro wind blast.
Yeah, and I think the reasoning behind it is that it's very good in the turbo mirror.
Ooh.
Okay, just a serpent. Could go for a thunder dragon here. No, votes were discarded. I forgot. Tsukiyomi vote, excellent. Just slowly choking out Jcvd here.
Jcvd's gonna draw a spell or trap for this turn because they had their set returned.
It's a painful and slow death. Of course, not dead yet.
Yeah, Alvarado hasn't been able to put enough pressure on yet to get the kill.
Could go for a BLS here. Doesn't even have to attack with it. Could just banish the serpent, summon Tsukiyomi. Just keep chipping away. Of course, remember, there's no torrential. Okay, nope. Just goes for the Tsukiyomi. Makes sense. Slow and steady. Anthony has displayed this entire game. Not in a rush. Got an advantage on the first few turns. Going first with Delinquent Duo. And now just slowly incremental advantage. Taking no risks. No unnecessary risks. Finally, Jcvd gets to resolve the Jar of Greed. Oh, Prostorm. Still hard to imagine that Alvarado is gonna get punished here. Guess it would have to be BLS. Yeah. BLS, banish the Night Assailant. And then protect it, perhaps? But the book is gone for Jcvd. And there's no ring either, so there's definitely no game shots. This is desperation at this point, but who knows? Sometimes you just gotta slam BLS. Sometimes you just win. But of course, Anthony. So many answers. Chaos Sorcerer. BLS of their own.
Unfortunate for Jcvd.
But Jean-Claude has been putting up a good fight here.
It's
But
one
yeah,
of the many
that's
things
a
they could have
monstrous
had.
serpent, right? No, it just doesn't even bother. Yeah, goes for the Tsukiyomi here. I would assume. Yeah. And that
Mirror
should be
Force.
the match. Yeah, Mirror Force, Scapegoat. There
Yeah,
are a
could
couple
be
of cards that
Scapegoat.
could delay the inevitable here. Ah, there it is.
And there's the first game going to Alvarado.
So if, like, I'm not sure, like, but I'm thinking that Jcvd would like to side in Decrees here because Alvarado was playing Jar of Greed and all the Wind Blast, but Alvarado has the back to square one.
No, I think you're right. I think the creep probably should come in here. Anthony, of course, good enough at this game and well-researched probably knows that decrees are a possibility, and will likely hedge, perhaps siding out jars and maybe the third wind blast, but decrease still should be good enough for Jcvd to bring in some amount of, I would imagine.
I wonder if Jcvd though saves Decree till like the third game,
Could be,
you know,
could be.
to try to outplay them. Or
Also,
whatever.
it could be that Jcvd's reasoning behind the decrease is to basically only bring them in against burn. Maybe their deck just doesn't. Uh, maybe it's not meant to be the case that they come in against these
Yeah.
case server decks. Or maybe the threshold is at the point where you see multiple judgments. Maybe that's when you bring in the decrease. But I would think triple wind blast and jar of greed, that's enough. Oh well, dust shoot also very good.
Yeah,
So
that shoot.
maybe you don't want to run both of those.
That shoot's pretty good against decks that run Thunder Dragon because it's more likely to be live.
Very true.
Of course, once they resolve the Thunder Dragon, you don't really want to put back a Thunder Dragon, but yeah. Put back that card, which we don't even get to see apparently. Spy, Duo, Tribe-Infecting Virus, Breaker, and Book of Moon.
And there's turn 1 duo from Anthony. Again.
Yeah. It hurts, but that's the game. He's gonna. Oh.
Okay, Serpent. That's fine. So the game is pretty much even at this point. That's almost always going to be the spy, unless Anthony is trying some advanced trickery here.
He set the book in defense mode.
I'm not sure what our head judge today would think about that.
I don't think Dueling Book even lets you do that unless Magical Hats is on the field. Or I'm sure there's probably some other card that lets you do it, but
maybe if your name is Anthony Alvarado, then the ordinary rules don't apply. Of course, SJC champion from back in the day.
The Jcvd. Oh, sorry. What?
Yep.
I was just gonna say, he almost definitely did not bring in Decree because he has Jar of Greed.
Yeah. I've seen some people, some rare times, play Trap Dust Shoot alongside Decree, but never have I seen him use Jar. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think the logic is that unless Dust Shoot is just so good, especially when going first, that Jcvd prioritizes it over the Decree. Because Anthony has to respect Decree regardless, and has to hedge, maybe bring out a few traps, and at that point the Decree might not even be that good. So this makes a lot of sense what Jean-Claude is doing.
Sets a monster.
Yeah, could be Faith, could be Koichi, could be Bluff.
It's Spy.
Could be. Often, players are gonna keep their third spy in a spot like this. Not to expose it to Torrential, Tribe.
Yeah.
And keeping it in hand can be useful for discard traps, Graceful Charity, your own tribe, or even card destruction.
Yeah, which you saw Alvarado does play. Card destruction, that is.
Using a Snatch Steal on a Spy.
But we know that Alvarado had a book, but chooses not to use it here. Or maybe
it could just use it when the other one attacks into the other spy.
Yeah, but is that better?
Oh, you get 1,000 life points every turn at least.
Oh, and then you have the breaker. Interesting. So is it gonna book here? Get another spy and then summon breaker and swing for. I can't even count how much damage that would be. 52? So if he takes 800 here, and the set monster, let's say it's a Sangan, that would threaten lethal. That's insane. Nope, lets it go. Alvarado prioritizes the bigger picture. No need to go for short-term
You know what?
trickery.
Well, I wonder if Jcvd had a tribute monster, like Mobius in his hand.
I wouldn't think you bring in Mobius against this deck from
Yeah,
Alvarado.
when they're playing, you know, Wing Blast.
Yeah, Jar of Greed,
and...
Wind Blast. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking, like, because usually you don't snatch, you know?
No, but he was under pressure. Oh, gets the faith. That's big. Yeah, because that's one of the strengths of the turbo deck. That if the opponent stumbles, simply attack it with a pair of Gravekeeper Spy. The damage adds up very quickly. And it can almost feel unfair how the Spy is both so good at defense, but also such a great attacker when there's nothing opposing it.
By the way, for everyone watching, the bracket should be in the description of the stream if you wanted to look at it. But right now it's grand finals, so this is the last match of the tournament, or potentially last match. If Jcvd wins the match, then it will be one last match. But right now Alvarado is up one game. We'll see how things go.
Yeah, this game is really close. I would think Alvarado might have a slight edge, but it's not much. And maybe even Jean-Claude has the edge. I actually can't really tell. It's very close.
Well, Jcvd hasn't used any Trinity yet, so they could top deck some. Ooh.
True, and there is that Serpent on the field for Alvarado that actually belongs to Jcvd. So, wow, and the Dragoon. That's so strong. Runs over the tribe. Wow.
Yeah, get rid of that tribe. Yeah.
And as you were saying earlier, tribe, one of few answers to the Dragon from the turbo deck.
You can call it whatever you want.
King D? Was that what we...
That's what I was saying, just to meet middle ground. And if there's chaos here, that's trouble.
Think on summon. Why do you think? Is he considering Torrential to survive a BLS? Let's see. BLS would not be lethal. 52, 55. So why do you think on summon?
Yeah, that's curious.
Yeah, because it's a judgment. But you never judgment there.
Yeah,
Oh.
I mean...
Anthony doesn't have an answer. Or, well, not immediately at least.
King Dragon's good because, you know, yeah, it's can't be hit with Wind Blast or back to square one.
For sure. Jcvd found the recipe how to beat back to square one.
That didn't take long.
King DDD is the alpha. He will not return. Oh, and there's one of the few answers.
Yeah, and if Jcvd would refuse to summon monsters, then Torrential wouldn't have been an answer either. And at that point, it's basically only Mirror Force or BLS. Very fortunate for Alvarado that he had that card. Oh, Asura Priest. So good against these scapegoat decks. I was discussing with Alvarado, this was months ago, but I was in favor of the Asura Priest, and he would argue, no, King Tiger Wangu, that's the card you should play. Nice to see him come around to to the good side.
No, it's the correct answer is King Tiger.
Yeah,
For sure.
you know, there's
There's an
there are
argument
pros
for
and cons.
both.
It's an interesting discussion. You could also do like a 1-1 split. It's not unreasonable because the second Azure is quite mediocre.
Trying to
But
make
of
a
course, against
virus.
Scapegoat's control decks, the Azure is
Are we
incredible.
gonna see premature? Nope.
No. Ah, that's unfortunate. But no, Jcvd has the serpent in the graveyard again. Oh, there's the
There we go.
graceful. Yeah, doesn't do much here. MST or Storm plus a BLS could be lethal, unless it's a scapegoat.
And the third Trinity.
Yeah, it's what the deck does, is what they say, but never feels fair when you're sitting across on the other side.
Oh, there's Thunder Dragon.
Yeah, and even if Anthony can't kill Jcvd this turn, then simply dropping a sorcerer, setting a monster, perhaps a disco trap as backup, you know, it's such a great position to be in.
Ooh. Not good.
Oh no, this could be the just Asura. Okay, so Asura double Thunder Dragon. That's not the strongest of hands, but of course Asura extremely annoying for scapegoat-based control decks to deal with.
There
Oh.
we go.
But there's gotta be a disco trap here, no? And if you
Thinking about
bounce the
using Wind
premature back
Blast.
with a Wing Blast, then that's not very good for Jcvd, because the Asura is now gonna hit for 17. Of
Well,
course,
you've got
Jcvd
the
has the
Serp.
Serpent.
Yeah.
So, and then the premature is gonna be an issue next turn as well for Alvarado. Would be fun if we ended up in a sequence where Alvarado keeps wind blasting the the premature to burn Jcvd for 800 a turn. Actually, the correct play for Alvarado this turn might just be summon Serpent. Depending on what the other cards he's working with.
It could be.
One good thing about King Tiger is that you don't have to keep wasting your normal summon every turn.
Yeah, very true. The difference, of course, being that Azure Priest can't be banished by a Chaos Sorcerer, but of course that's not an issue in this matchup.
Yeah.
Alvarado also discarded the Nobleman with Charity. I don't know if that was the right move.
Oh, but yeah, he does just summon Serp.
Yeah.
I probably would have kept Nobleman, but Alvarado's also way better than me, so
I guess
I don't know
argument
what
is
the rest of his
the
hand
Wind
is
Blast.
either. Yeah, you got Wind Blast to deal with face downs.
Yeah, I mean the other cards he kept we can actually see it's Thunder Dragon, Typhoon, Wind Blast, right? So yeah, if he can Wind Blast again here, then Serpent plus Asura could be lethal. But no.
All right.
So what does the
There's
target?
possibly a chance.
Does Alvarado have the Torrential, I wonder?
Alvarado has to have something because
Yeah.
he
would need
knew
something
that he
separate
was
to back
gonna
with.
get premature burial again.
I think it should be torrential. I can't really think of anything else that it could be here.
But
Could grab the
is
meta so that you're...
the window to use torrential is over now, right? Or
No, because
No.
Demok has to
the-
choose a target before Anthony
Yeah,
torrentials.
exactly.
So I think that's what we're gonna see here. And I think John Claude is well aware that torrential is a possibility. But of course, swap, meta, knock, you don't look great here. Goes for the meta.
Well, you still have SERP, so even if there
No?
was a torrential...
No torrential? Wait, what?
Even if there was
No way.
torrential, you could still SERP into Thousand Eyes.
Thumbs to the meta, think on the attack. I don't understand. Does he have a book? I guess that would have to be it, right?
maybe it's another knock.
Yeah, it could be a pure bluff, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, this is
Just
grand
carded the
finals. You
other
gotta know when to hold them, know when to fold them.
I guess he
So
probably would have used
honestly-
it though last turn. Yeah, so it's probably not a knock. But
Yeah, because then he would have threatened lethal. Yeah. So, well, or at least deny the premature. So Anthony knows that it's meta in hand, serpent set,
Yeah.
and we know that Anthony's working with Asura. That's and one Thunder Dragon.
One Thunder Dragon, yeah.
The source is big, and if I'm correct, and Alvarado has a book behind the sorcerer, that's going to be hard to deal with, because the book can be used on the Thousand Eyes that's going to be produced by this metamorphosis. You could even summon Serpent, but probably Asura is better. Oh, Tsukiyomi. Did I forget about that guy? Probably. So, now the sorcerer... Maybe it's not a book then. Huh.
Could be anything.
The thing is, it's most traps there you would use onto the premature burial.
Yeah.
So if
Or
it's,
the
if it's not
Demok
a
after
bluff,
it's summoned so that they get a dead draw, but yeah.
so if it's not a knock, oh, duo is not a good draw here. It's Tsukiyomi, Asura, Serpent, right?
Not Serpent, Thunder Dragon.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
The Serp got banished.
True. So yeah, gonna go for the meta.
Yeah.
I guess this is an advantage of the sorcerer being set, because now the Thousand Eyes is small.
Yeah. Let's see. Yep,
Yeah, it was
book.
the book. Yeah.
Well,
And
the set card
wait,
could still be real.
so Asura plus sorcerer is threatening lethal here, and it does win through scapegoat because of the replay rules in goat format.
Yeah, that's...
Wow, goes for it. Because if it's... Yeah, you gotta flip the sorcerer at this point.
yeah, you gotta
Asura
risk
attacks
it.
first. Yep. Sorcerer. And that's the match. Wow! Anthony Alvarado, winner of PWCQ 25. Third invite to the World Championship.
Congratulations.
Yep, congratulations to Alvarado on their win. Got 2 in a row at the very end. Wish I could have recorded their match before this one, but it was just barely too late. Very good play by both players. It was nice seeing Demok and Goat Control in general being played.
Yeah, huge shout out to Jean-Claude. Winning last week and getting second this week. Definitely one of the best players in the game, and probably the best Ghost Control player right now.
Well, thank you guys very much. Uh,
Nope.
Thanks so much for hosting this and for doing excellent commentary, Necro.
Yes. Thank you. See ya.